What's up, guys, and welcome to the show. So I do apologize if the lighting is a little bit weird in this video. I do apologize for that, but I figured a little while ago I did a video on my black deck, and I showed you guys of my black deck and everything like that. So I figured I'd do somewhat of the same video, except this time I show you guys my red deck and how I constructed it, and you know what's in my all red Magic the Gathering deck. Now, same thing with the black deck. There's a lot of different varieties where it comes to sorcery, creatures, instants. There's a lot of different high mana counts to low mana counts as well. The reason I constructed this type of deck this way is because I wanted a good variety of, I wanted like a beatdown deck as well as kind of like a non-beatdown deck, I guess. There's a lot of mana in this deck. I think the most mana I have in any of my decks I have actually in this one. Can't remember what the count is. This is my favorite red card, Shock. I think I have about 3 in there. But I think I can't remember what my mana count is in this deck. I think it's over 20, which is the highest out of all my decks. I think my black deck has my lower mana count when it comes to that type of thing. But mountain, basic land, that's all I have for mana. The thing with this deck is it's my go-to deck. So whenever I play a game of Magic, I usually just always go for my red deck. I think it's just because it's one that I've always been most comfortable with, and one that I won the most games with. I think the most games I won with this one is a consecutive 8, 9 games in a row before I ended up actually losing one, and that one was of course due to my own stupidity. Another Shock. Like I said, I absolutely love this one. I think I have about 1 more in there, which is I think the most out of. Usually I tend to follow the 2 rule, which I've doubles of a lot of cards, because back when I first started getting into Magic back in the day, a lot of people said, well, you always want doubles of cards. So I kind of stuck to that rule more so in this deck, more of like the doubles in this deck. So you could tell I didn't shuffle this deck too good before I started with this, but sort of another sorcery card there. This deck, I believe this is like the 3rd or 4th rebuild of it. So this is like the 3rd or 4th version of it. The original version was, really bad. Second version was really what I was winning all my games on, and then this is just kind of like the after effect after everybody's suggestions on it and everybody's kind of way of improving it. So I took a lot of suggestions into account when I built this deck. Of course, taste as well. Now I could of course go a little bit more anal because I just got a bunch of new cards in, and I could go of course a little bit more crazy and do another rebuild, but I don't want to do I might do another, second red deck. Maybe I like the monocolors, I like just the straight colors, but maybe I'll do like a red-black deck or something like that, or just another straight red deck, on its own. But I don't think, another Shock, I don't think I'm gonna, rebuild this deck, just because I think this is like the 3rd or 4th version of it since I started building the red deck. But 65 cards, I believe, altogether with the amount of mana that I have. So as you can see, a lot of high numbers, a lot of low numbers of mana needed, but I've never had to mulligan with this, so that was kind of the key to bringing in the low mana and the high mana, is not only to get a good variety, but also so you don't have to mulligan. When you play, of course, you want to mulligan the less, because then you mulligan down from 7 cards to 6 cards to 5 cards, so you know what I mean. think I have 2 of this in there. One of my favorite cards again. And there you go. So let me know what you guys think of the all red deck. And of course, the all red deck is in the black Dragon Shield sleeves, which are the favorite. The black deck's in the black sleeves as well. This is one of my older decks that I have, but like I said, this is like the rebuild, like 4 of it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys have in your red deck. Let me know if that helped you at all build your red deck, and let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.